Wolf Blitzer is former AIPAC. Like, that's where he came from. The Israel lobby is where he started his career. So this is one of the most pro-war,
one of the inside guys,
pro-propaganda, pro-Israel. Like, you can't find a human on TV more willing to do the garbage propaganda that is pumped out of the United States than Wolf Blitzer. And that's how you keep a job, honestly, for 40 years or however long he's been on there. The key with both him and Anderson Cooper is if you have white hair when you're 30, people think you're the same age for like 60 years.
To be fair, I remember like the 2004 election. It was he still had like the salt and pepper thing going on. Now he's full on like the guy from Poltergeist.
And by the way, I have no idea why he's dressed like a chef in this. That's unclear.
Because Lee, when you're talking about war, you want to try to dress like Indiana Jones adjacent, but I guess nobody could loan him a khaki shirt in time, so he
couldn't get his Zelensky green shirt, old green shirt. All right, so again, I'm not saying this is like, Wolf Blitzer's not calling it a genocide. I'm not saying this is amazing coverage, but for CNN and for Wolf Blitzer to even ask this line of questioning
is remarkable.
Yes, I can. We were focused again on our target, a senior.
Hold on a second.
Yes, I can. We were focused again on our target, a senior commander, Wolf, and we'll be updating you with more data as the hour moves ahead.
But even if that
sorry, I'm going to keep it going, but I should have said before that this has to do with the bombing of the refugee camp, the Jabalia refugee camp, where it was just, I mean, it's a horror show. It's just women, children. It's just disgusting. And they knew that was where the refugee camp, they actually told people to go there, to go to the refugee camp. So that's what he's asking about.
But even if that Hamas commander was there amidst all those Palestinian refugees who are in that Jabalia refugee camp, Israel still went ahead and dropped a bomb there, attempting to kill this Hamas commander, knowing that a lot of innocent civilians, men, women, and children, presumably would be killed. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's not what you're hearing, Wolf. We're focused on this commander, again, who you'll get more data who this man was. Killed many Israelis. We're doing everything we can. It's a very complicated battle space. There could be infrastructure there. There could be tunnels there. We're still looking into it, and we'll give you more data as the hour moves ahead.
But you know that there are a lot of refugees, a lot of innocent civilians, men, women, and children in that refugee camp as well, right?
This is the tragedy of war, Wolf. I mean, as you know, we've been saying for days, move south. Civilians that are not involved with Hamas, please move south.
I'm just trying to get a little bit more information. You knew there were civilians there. You knew there were refugees, all sorts of refugees, but you decided to still drop a bomb on that refugee camp, attempting to kill the Hamas commander. By the way, was he killed?
I can't confirm yet. There'll be more updated. Yes, we know that he was killed.
Wait, what?
About the civilians there, we're doing everything we can to minimize. I'll say it again. Sadly, they are hiding themselves within civilian population. And again, we are doing this stage by stage, and we're going to go after every one of these terrorists who was involved in that heinous attack on the 7th of October. Wolf.
Lieutenant Colonel, I'm having trouble hearing you.
So that's the end of it, but you go first.
I don't want to.
But the fact that even Wolf Blitzer is like, wait, this is just a place filled with innocent civilians and you decided to bomb it anyway because you thought one Hamas guy was there? Like, even he, Mr. AIPAC, Mr. Manufacturing Consent for the crimes against humanity that are the Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, the proxy war in Ukraine, the destruction of Libya, the destruction of Syria. This guy helped manufacture consent for all of that. And even he is like, nah, let me get this straight. But to me, this speaks to, obviously, this is not, if you were a human being with a soul, unlike Wolf Blitzer, you would be like, this sounds like genocide. Why are you perpetrating genocide? Like, he would dig in much deeper. He would also lose his job the following day. But so I'm not saying this is what coverage should be, but to me, this represents the breaking down of the narrative. Even interviewers that have done this kind of propaganda for years and years are becoming incredulous. They can't even, like, he's trying to help the IDF explain himself, and the IDF can't, because that's their job, is to kill innocent people. On top of that, they actually have a directive, which I've covered on this show, called the Hannibal Directive, that says if there's hostages somewhere, just kill everyone. Kill the hostages and kill any civilians around and just kill the entire area. That's their game plan. Their game plan is not to save these hostages, which they want us to feel bad for. And I agree. There should be no hostages. It's horrific. But they're not saving them. They don't care about them. They're using this, whether they allowed October 7th to happen or not, they're using this to complete their ethnic cleansing.